Yeah, we have it up there.
Okay.
So I mean, pretty consistent. You're that kind of stock draw.
Yeah.
Just looking at the optimizer here, so we can definitely improve a little bit on the ball speed category. You're coming in at 145.3. Optimal is right around 149. Launch angle is a little bit too high. Height's a touch too high. Spin rate's actually really good.
Yeah.
So the current setup that you have with the Ping is the Ping Alta 55 grand shaft,
Yeah.
regular flex. You have a 9-degree head lofted up to a 10.5.
Yeah.
Right, so I can definitely see that you're trying to work that draw.
Yeah.
So what I'm going to do with mine is I'm going to start you with a standard 9-degree, standard weights. I'm not going to set up any bit of bias, draw, or fade. And just get you set up with a 65 gram stiff Mitsubishi AB Blue.
Yeah.
So this is a mid-launch, mid-spin shaft. And this is kind of just going to give me baseline off of my club. Obviously, I know what your club is doing.
Yeah.
Just out of curiosity, what's going to do with mine before I kind of change it, weights around.
Okay. So I like the look of it. I like the way that the gloss against the matte, the carbon crown kind of frames
the gloss is brand new for us, dating back to Generation 4. That's when we first introduced the aluminum carbon vapor.
Yeah.
That was almost like a light silver. It was a strip on the top of the driver. Then in Gen 5, we went to an entire AB carbon top. That was a little bit more of a darker gray. Gen 6, we went to an all matte finish, which was black.
Yeah.
But what's unique about the Black Ops, yes, it has the gloss look, but we put the AB carbon on the top crown and also on the bottom now. So what we're doing is we're lightening up the driver a little bit.
Okay.
That allows us to adjust the weights a little bit differently. Allow it to be a little bit lighter for the player to swing, get a little bit more club head speed out of it, and promote a little bit more ball swing. So that's something that's brand new this year, that we have the carbon on the bottom.
And just to explain the adjusted, obviously there's 3 adjustable weights here, from what I can see.
Yeah, so the stock setup is going to be 2 2.5 gram weights and 1 12.5 gram weight. Where the 12.5 is right now is in the back. That's going to be the highest MOI, highest launch setting. Like I said, I set this up just kind of off the rack just so I can see some numbers. But if you said to me that you really want to play the draw, I would probably move that weight from the back to the heel.
Yeah.
Promote a little bit more of a closed face and impact. And we'll get there. We're definitely going to mess around with some weights and some different shafts. But yeah, the driver, completely new look for us. It's also a brand new face. It's our AMF technology. So it's a whole new titanium face that no one else in the industry has used so far.
Okay.
Again, have gotten great feedback out of it. Me personally, I put it in play. I picked up some nice distance. I feel like I can hit it anywhere on the face and it still goes pretty straight, which is nice.
And this is a stiff shaft.
Yep, stiff.
Okay.
Yeah, you've definitely been in the gym since last time I've seen you.
Yeah.
Club head speed's up to 104.
Yeah, because we were hovering right between the threshold last time, weren't we?
Yeah, we were kind of right on that border of regular stiff.
Yeah. But yeah, I did go in the gym for the whole of the winter. It feels good off the face.
Really good. So just quick numbers, looking at the comparison. Spin rate's still a little bit too high. Launch angle did get a little bit better, but I'm still going to try to get that to work down just a little bit. So we're going to kind of go to a lower launching shaft. We're going to go from the AB blue to the AB white.
Okay, so what we got now?
So this is a lower launching, lower spinning shaft. So this is the AV white. Same stiffness, same weight as the previous shaft, just a little bit different characteristics.
Okay.
Slightly different kick point on it.
Definitely seems a bit lower.
Definitely lower. So we got our launch and spin and total height down to the optimal number.
Okay. So what we're looking for when you're fitting for a driver, what are the key numbers?
Well, the most important thing about it is accuracy, right?
Yeah.
So we're trying to, have as little of a difference from the center line, left and right. Impact right now is really, really good. Some of those key numbers, we are getting into the optimal range as far as launch angle, height, spin rate. And that's going to be a little bit of the product of the shaft, trying to just get that launch and spin down. Like that one right there is a great shot.
Yeah.
So that is 150.9 ball speed, which is your fastest. 257.1 carry, 280.6 total, which is also your farthest shot. So looking at a comparison of your current ping to this, club head speeds up from 101.4 miles per hour up to 103.2. Spin rate has come down.
Hold on it, from 101 to 103.
101 to 103.
That's a massive difference.
Yep.
Okay.
So again, that just goes into the lightness of the club head, right? So all
Yeah.
that AV carbon. Ball speed has also gone up from 144.3 up to 146. Spin rate's gone down from 29.53 down to 28.61. Total height went down from 108 down to 99. Launch is down 15.3 down to 14.3. So getting launch and spin numbers down, which is key.
Yeah.
Right. That's what we're looking to do. Now that's your average. Obviously, looking at that last shot, which is 150.9 ball speed, 257 carry, which would be close to about 9 yards further than what your average is, and then 280.6, which is about 11 yards further than your average is.
And I'm interested to know from your point of view, obviously you're fitting up amateur golfers, so that we're not, even at my level, we're not going to make a great swing every single time.
Of course, and that's
So you've got to balance off
part.
what was down to user error.
Oh, for sure. So when I'm going through a typical fitting, right, I always like to say bad shots are just as important, if not more important, than good shots.
Okay.
Right? Because if we're looking a standard 18-hole round, you may be hitting driver 13, 14, maybe 15 times, right? There's obviously some par threes, and there's, depending on the course, there's some holes where you may have to lay up off the tee if it's the dog leg or something like that. But more importantly, we're not going to hit the center of the face every single time,
No.
right? If we did, we'd probably be on TV somewhere.
Yeah.
But just looking at where our average impact is, yours is very good. You're finding the center of the face
Okay.
on a consistent level. Now, if we're looking at our very worst swing, it's this one here, right? So you missed it out to the right, but the reason why we missed out to the right is because our face was open 4.3 degrees.
Yes.
Right, so even though impact is almost dead center of the club face, when the club face is open that much, it's bound to go to the right side.
Yeah.
But even that, that's 25 yards off center, and you're just going to be in the right cut.
Yeah. So
It's still very, very playable.
Forgiveness off bad swings is almost important as performance off good swings.
That's how I think about it, right?
Yeah.
Because, again, talking to the amateur golfer, we're going to hit more bad swings than we are good.
Yeah.
That's just a good ball. It's a really good ball. So this is the Graphite design via. So it's similar profile to what you were just hitting. Low launch, low spin. This is what we call a premium shaft in our matrix. So this is a 4-level shaft, most probably famously played by Tiger Woods right now.
Okay.
That
You make me feel nervous already.
black
Played by
and red.
Tiger Woods.
To give that a feel.
And definitely stiff flex for me.
Yes.
Okay.
100%.
That's interesting because I've got a regular in my standard driver.
Yep.
Which I was never fitted up for. It was just something that I found.
And granted, you hit yours very well, right? You're very consistent with it, but there's just a couple metrics.
could be
Most
improved.
importantly, ball speed, spin, and launch, where
Yeah.
you're losing some distance with it.
Have you done anything with the weights at all?
No.
So far, just left them all as standard?
Standard as of right now.
Okay.
It's a good swing.
That was about a swing, yeah. Yeah, I want that one back.
So give me one more, then we'll be at our average of 6 that we had in the previous 2.
Okay. This one feels good.
It has a great feel to it. That's
Yeah, this is
actually,
the other one. The other one.
oh, the AV White's
Yeah.
a great option as well. They're both very similar weight and flex characteristics. They're both low launch, low spin.
Okay.
Put this up here just so we can see it for reference.
Yeah.
Now, if we're looking, so the green, and it's a little bit difficult to see on this with the green background, but so the green is this one here, right? That's
Okay.
going to be your current Ping driver. Then we went to the white, which is the AV white. That
So
was
just for reference, is this
This is
50 weight in the side of the fairway?
correct. Yeah. So
Okay.
this hash here is going to represent 25 yards. Right to this one, which is going to be 25 yards
Okay.
as well.
Yeah.
So if we're looking at the accuracy, it's pretty consistent over all 3 of them, to be honest. You have a couple that are out to the right,
Yeah.
a couple that are out to the left. And again, that's probably just a little bit of the swing, inside out,
Yeah.
opposed to closed face to open face. But looking at just where the numbers are at, really interesting to see. So your current club head speed with yours was 101.4. With mine on both setups was 103.3 and 103.9.
Okay,
There's no
so-
question that you're swinging mine faster. Now, what's interesting about that is your shaft is 55 grams regular flex.
Yeah.
This is 65 grams stiff.
Yeah.
The one before it was 65 grams stiff.
Yeah.
So in theory, you would really think you would swing the lighter one faster.
Yes.
But you're not.
No.
Which is great. Now, again, that's going to go hand in hand with the material of the club head, right? Now, looking at ball speed, that's just how fast the ball is coming off the driver's face. With yours, it was 145.3. With mine, with the AV White, it was 145.9. With this one here is 148.4.
Wow,
So a
that's
nice
amazing.
increase there.
Yeah.
Now, what's important about ball speed, especially with drivers, every mile per hour is going to translate to about 2 to 3 yards. So if we're looking at that right there, we're at least 6 yards further on average, just
Yeah.
based off of ball speed. Now, looking at smash factor, 1.43, 1.41, 1.43. All 3 of those are very good. You've hit the center of the face pretty consistent with all setups. Spin rate with yours was 29.53. With mine was 28.44 and 28.43, so almost identical spin rates with
Yeah.
2 different shafts.
Yeah.
Carry distance. With your Ping, you're at 247.4. With mine, with the AB white, you're at 247.9. With the graphite design, you're at 253.1.
Okay, so there was a big improvement.
Big improvement
with
in
this shaft.
All in all, right, on ball speed, club head speed, carry distance. Now, total distance is obviously very important with driver as well. And depending on where you're playing and where your home course is, I'm assuming it's very firm and fast.
Yeah.
And you get a lot of rollout, right? So if we can keep that spin rate in the optimal range, that's where we're going to get some of the rollouts that we're seeing here. So 247 carry with yours for 266.8 total. So just shy of 270. With the AB white, we're at 247.9 for 269.4. And then with the graphite design, 253.1 for 274.4.
Okay.
So that's a solid increase.
Yeah.
So
that's at least 8 yards extra distance off my driver.
which is a lot.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah,
when
it
we're
is.
thinking about it. 8 yards can play a big part. Now, you know, if we kind of piggyback off the irons and the success that we saw with the Gen 7 irons that we fit into, you picked up close to 10 yards with the irons as well.
Yeah.
Right, so if you can pick up close to 6 to 10 yards off the tee and then pick up an additional 10 yards on the iron department, you're now 20 yards closer to the green.
Yeah.
So it's going to be a lot more driver, say 9 irons instead of driver 7 irons, driver 8 irons.
Yeah.
Which obviously my goal as a fitter is I'm trying to get everyone as much distance as possible as long as we maintain a nice dispersion.
Yeah.
But if I can get a player to hit a 9, a pitch, and an 8 more often than 6, 7, 5, their scores are going to get better. Their
Yeah.
handicap's going to go down, and obviously it's going to be much more enjoyable.
Yeah. No, it feels good. Like I say, I've never hit a PXG driver before. I've used I think I've hit every Gen iron from. I had Gen 2s to start, then I went to Gen 3s, which I still think that they are absolutely a phenomenal iron. And I know, you know, but like those Gen 6 T irons, I could have switched to them, really.
Yeah.
And those Gen 7 irons, I could use those as well. And I might get them.
The Gen 7 irons,
But
really good.
like I say, I've never hit the driver before, and you know the feel of the club head feels great. I like the look. I think with driver, a lot of it for me is how it looks. You've got to look down on it and feel confident. I like to see the face,
Yep.
sort of thing, which I can see, and it's framed nicely with the difference between the box and the mat. And then obviously it just comes down to you picking out the right sort of combination of weight in head and shaft. And that felt great.
So that is 150 ball speed, 254 carry for 277.7.
That's
With a nice 1 to 2 yard draw.
for a 53-year-old has-been. That's not too bad, right?
Not bad at all. And club head speed has been consistently 103.
Yeah.
So there's no question you are swinging this setup faster
Yeah.
than what your current one is.
Okay. Again, would you give me a printout of that spec? Of course. But yeah, brilliant. Cheers, mate. Very good.
Another good session.
Yeah.
Love seeing the improvement.
Yeah.